Let's do it.
Let's see if Kayden can do this. Kayden, speak. No,
When you want him to.
Nope, now he's going to be quiet.
He's going to pull on the whatever wires you got.
Oh, yeah. This could be actually a nightmare.
It's going to be.
Okay. Kayden, do the intro.
Here we go.
Okay, go. Okay, Kayden, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Okay Bud, the podcast where everything's gonna be okay, bud. I am Ben Kissel, as always, at Ben Kissel1, joined by Jerry Aquino.
Hello.
At Miss_Jerry, and Kyle Plouffe.
Hello.
At Kyle Plouffe, currently holding Kayden the baby, and he is attacking the microphone. Kayden, say something to the audience.
Kayden.
Say dada. Dada? Dada. Well, speaking of dads, the Menendez brothers, we've got an update. Hopefully Kayden doesn't kill Kyle the way that the Menendez brothers killed their father. Woo! Of course, Kyle won't do what their father did to them in order to deserve death. Although there are still many, many people when it comes to the Menendez brothers who say, did you have to kill the mom?
That's so true. Well, they were just like, she just stood by and let it happen.
And then she threatened them saying, you're not going to tell anybody. So
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
she had to go too.
Well, we finally have what we've been waiting for so long. I feel like this update has been going on and on and on.
No.
A judge has finally said that they will be given a new sentence. And that sentence for the Menendez brothers on its face sounds absolutely horrible. Kayden, what do you think?
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, he's got to go back to the crib. Kyle, take him to the crib. We tried.
I love him. He's still good here.
He's not. Well, he's abusing the microphone.
He's not abusing anything. He's
Wow.
a baby. Babies are going to baby about.
Well, babies are babying about, but again, we have very serious news when it comes to the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
Yes. So okay, go. What's the news?
The new sentence that they were given is 50 years to life. 50 years to life. Jerry is cackling because of this. Take the baby away. Kyle, take the baby away. Jerry's pheromones are going through the roof. Her ovaries are about to explode, and she doesn't even like kids.
I know. It's just this one. He gets to me.
I know.
He's a good one.
All right. Bye, Kayden.
He's destroying my headphones.
Spaghetti.
Kayden is a toddler. He's officially 1 year old. Thanks for all the love that we received on Instagram when we posted about his beautiful, beautiful birthday.
That's my little buddy.
He's got a couple more years left again before he bludgeons Kyle to death with what I believe was an axe.
He can do it with his bare hands.
So this past hearing, a judge has resentenced the Menendez brothers to 50 years to life.
Yes.
Wow.
So you're thinking, that doesn't sound good. But in this world, it is good
It's
because
technically a downgrade.
it's a downgrade because before they were sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. So now, obviously, they are able to be up for parole at some point in the nearish future.
Right. And remind me, how long have they already served?
Dang, how long has it
35.
been? 35 years?
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So I feel like they're approaching available early release possibilities, maybe?
Yes.
35 years is a hell of an amount of time. It's
That's
crazy. Also helping their case is the Menendez brothers' family members have come out and been like, you know what? Their dad did suck. And the mom was kind of a B. You know?
Yeah.
So let's let him go. So there's a lot of people in their corner showing support for them. It looks like they would have a lot of support if and when they get out of jail. And of course, that's something the parole board takes very seriously, as they don't just want to throw people back to the streets and have them recommit the crimes that sent them to jail in the first place. Their aunt has been one of the most outspoken people when it comes to wanting them out of jail, along with many other members. So I guess this is an update, and the case is moving forward as slow as the U.S. legal system goes.
Yeah.
Yes,
If the family says let them out, then just let them out. They're the people that were most affected by it.
That's very true.
And I don't feel as if, members of society are going to be in danger if the Menendez brothers get out. If anything, they'll be on Celebrity Big Brother, turning JoJo Siwa back to a lesbian. That's what has to happen.
Yeah, with those
Why?
haircuts.
Are we unhappy with her being a bisexual?
I don't even, now she just says she's queer. She's not even bisexual anymore. Now she just wants the D. but she has her hair dyed.
That is quite queer.
Oh, she didn't say she just wants the D. She's just transitioned to also accepting the D.
But not transitioned.
No, I mean emotionally transitioned.
Yes.
She wants the D. She's going to be with a man for the rest of her life.
Oh my God. No, it doesn't have to be that closed-minded.
It's not closed-minded. It's all
is
marketing.
closed-minded.
I watched. Oh, now we're sidetracked.
No, we're on the track.
Dad.
Let's do it. We're on the track. We're on the train. Choo choo. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh my God. Can I have some caviar and a little bit of champagne?
Whoa, this isn't the right train. I was supposed to go north. This is southbound.
Oh, shit.
Where's this train going again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jojo Siwa, she said that she became a lesbian for PR reasons. She also said that, remember when she was drinking Fireball, air quotes Fireball on stage?
It was apple juice, yes.
All
I
of
know
that, all of that was a lie, and
Yeah.
I think the lesbian thing was just her being like, "I'm a woman now," and then now she's realized that no one is believing that she is a badass because again, she's a theater nerd.
I think the badass thing was the PR marketing. I don't think
Yes.
she was actually a badass. I think that's what it is. It wasn't. She
No.
definitely came out as queer or a lesbian when she was younger. I think
Okay.
on her own.
All right, I'll take your word
and now
for it.
she's just like, well, she's been in the spotlight this whole time. So I can just imagine, dude. I've flip flopped a lot myself. You know, trying to figure things out. And you're just like, I hate men. Wait, I kind of like men. No, wait, no, men are trash. And it's fine. And it's and that's how you know that it isn't a choice.
Isn't that interesting? And oftentimes people who hate men the most talk about them all the time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Stop talking about us.
Shots
Stop
fired.
talking about it.
Good
Who's that?
Lord.
What?
Who is it?
Who?
Who's doing that?
The shots fired?
Shots
Yeah,
fired?
shots
Just
fired
life.
who?
Pew, 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 pew,
Oh,
pew.
shots fired at life.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I
Well,
was-
and that is just a perfect segue. Speaking of men and boys behaving badly and shots fired, Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez.
Ooh.
okay. All right. Not and Tory Lane. This is a Tory Lane story.
This is a
This
Tory-
actually does not have to do with Meg.
Well, of course.
Well, other than the hole in her foot.
This is just
Yes.
that's just the context of how we now know why he's in prison.
Right. Tory Lanez serving, I believe, a 10-year sentence, correct?
Yeah.
And that is because he did a little shoot 'em up with Megan Thee Stallion when it comes to her feet. He went full Back to the Future, and he said, "Dance, dance, boy, dance, boy." And then he shot the gun at the
Yeah.
feet of
Yeah.
of Megan Thee Stallion, and then she was dancing, but she got hit, and then now he's in prison for 10 years. It's not going great for him. He just got stabbed 14 times, and he might not live.
That's not true. Didn't they say that he was doing well, even though a lung collapsed or something?
Oh.
They said
Two
he
lungs
was-
collapsed.
Oh,
wow.
you only got two.
You only got two.
There's only two
Jeez.
of them, right?
You guys are brilliant.
Thank
You
you.
guys are brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Two collapsed lungs.
Yeah.
You know, this whole time I was like, I'm carrying the show. I'm carrying the show.
Oh, yeah.
And then boom, they come in with the information. We've got two lungs.
Yes.
Look at us go.
I love it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So he is actually in critical condition.
Oh.
He is in critical condition.
No.
And he was stabbed 14 times. The person that stabbed him is serving life, so he doesn't give a flying fuck. And
Oh, yeah. He doesn't care at all.
And apparently, Tory Lanez got stabbed because he contacted Megan Thee Stallion's team, and that gave. So then that pissed a lot of people off, and then somebody from her team was probably like, "Bro, go do your job.
Wow.
No way.
You're gonna get some ramen. You're gonna get some
No
extra grape
way.
Kool-Aid. Go stab Tory Lanez," and he did it
not
14
know
freaking
that.
times.
No fucking shit. That's insane. Well, why was he trying to contact her team?
I have no clue. Maybe to try to get the sentence. I don't know. I have no idea.
That's crazy.
Maybe he just wants. Maybe he still loves her.
No, he never did. None of that. Come on.
No. Okay.
Grow up.
Oh, grow up. I am. So he recovers. He is recovering. It was a brutal prison stabbing, but again, both lungs. He was in critical condition. I think that, as Jerry said, he probably will live. But several people have come out and they said Tory Lanez, it ain't safe for him in jail, and you wonder if this is going to help him almost get put to a less serious penitentiary because now he's at risk.
Oh yeah, he has to be protected.
He might
I
have to
guess,
hang out
or
with all the
something.
pedophiles.
Yeah, he might have to hang out in like the serial killer's lair.
And then there are some people who are coming out in defense of Tory Lanez.
Why?
Well, there's a fellow that I actually know this fellow, strangely enough. He worked at Fox News for a while. Interesting. But he said that there was no DNA on the gun. That was
It's
fired.
called wiping down the gun.
Yeah, if there's no DNA, then that's even more of an indictment.
Someone wiped it, and also it's definitely not a question of whether or not he did it. He fucking did it. He was on. He has recorded phone calls in prison telling people like, "Damn, dude, I don't even know. I was so drunk that night. Like, damn, man." And then there's other phone calls and text messages where he's like, "Damn, I'm sorry. Like, please, I'm never gonna do that again. Like, don't tell on me." Like, he is definitely guilty.
Well, his supporter, Gianno Caldwell, African-American fellow who is currently suing the city of Chicago because his brother was killed 3 years ago and they've never solved who did it. Anyway, he knows about gun violence.
Wow.
But that was his thing. But then he was like, yeah, there's no DNA, but you guys make a very solid point. If there's no DNA, someone wiped it down.
Yeah.
Got it. Good point. Point noted. Taken.
I know things. I know about how many lungs people have, and I know about other things.
Crimes.
So, again, stabbed in prison, and a lot of people are saying this is a conspiracy.
What do you mean? Like he didn't actually get stabbed?
No, that he was stabbed, but again, it's a conspiracy because Megan Thee Stallion's team reached out to the guy who stabbed him, being like, yo, he's reaching out to us.
How do we know that's a thing? It's just that's why it's called
I don't
conspiracy.
know.
Yeah, I guess
it's just it's just things.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, I don't know. I think it could have very well been something like that. Could also have just been a regular prison brawl.
According to his father, Sunstar, that's the name of Tory Lanez's father. Is Sunstar.
Sunstar.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like, he said on the magazine called Sunstar.
No, Tory's father, Sunstar.
Gotcha.
He also says that Tory has no ill will towards Megan, but he wants justice for his son. So there's a lot of people
there
out
is.
here.
There is justice.
There is justice.
He's in prison.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's just enough. I'm just giving updates here.
Yeah.
Sunstar. That's two stars. The sun is the star.
No. S-O-N star.
Oh, son of star.
I guess
Sunstar?
that's his dad's name. I don't frickin' know.
Dad Native American?
Maybe.
Genuine question. I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
But we just simply don't know.
Anything.
No, we know stuff.
We know how many lungs.
we know about the lungs.
We should just really get one big lung, but I guess it's good to have two just in case one.
We should have a backup lung.
One fat lung.
We should do it. We should have like two more lungs, like there are kidneys.
Yeah.
Like where you could stand to lose at least two of them. You're still good.
Well, I think we learned through 9/11, two is never enough.
Yeah,
you need to have more.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 9/11 did have that third there. All right. Well, let's move on. Speaking of guns, we have another update. Weezer.
The
band that gave us the Blue album and Pinkerton. And then after that, you can kind of stop.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to
That
them.
song, Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it's about Beverly
Then they
Hills.
did that.
You write what you know.
You know?
But that's the sad thing with artists. That's why I live in a nice middle-class place here in North Hollywood, because you can't go up to the hills. Next thing you know, all you're talking about is champagne. I don't know why I'm continuing to say champagne like it's the peak of... I'm trash. So I'm like, oh, champagne, that's pretty fancy.
It is very fancy.
Like you can't buy it at Trader Joe's for $4.
In a box.
Exactly.
In a literal box. You know, it's funny. My friend Kevin, I know we all have friends named Kevin. They're always filled with a bunch of tidbits of really good information. He was just telling me about Weezer and how their first album was like incredible and like straight from the heart of the lead singer.
Yep.
And then everyone trashed his feelings. And so he kind of vowed to never write from the heart ever again, which is kind of why he just started writing a bunch of, Hollywood flippity flops.
It's true.
It's exactly what he did. He got his feelings all hurt. River Cuomo.
There it is. Rivers. Yeah.
Yes, because he was like, oh my God, all right, we got to take baby out of here.
No, what are you talking about?
He's screaming.
Screaming. He's babying. He's talking.
People are having PTSD.
Of what?
Because of their babies. Because people are like, oh my God, I'm listening to this show to avoid hearing the cries of a baby.
And then the baby's in the background.
And everyone is in the kitchen, and then they're just like, oh my God, my baby's crying. It's like, no, your baby isn't crying. Our baby is crying.
It's okay. Everything's going to be okay, but...
Now he's just freaking out.
Well, you started...
I didn't start anything.
You did. Look at how you're yelling right now.
I'm not yelling. I'm talking.
You're yelling.
I'm not. Is he down?
Is he down?
Can you...
What do you want to shoot a fucking arrow into him?
No, what do they do with rhinos?
Down?
Do you have a blow dart?
Look, he just fucking...
All right, he's got his milk.
Yeah.
He rose like a dinosaur.
Good God almighty.
Oh, that corner is right there. It's really sharp.
He's
It's
fine.
okay.
With any luck, he'll hit his head and sleep for a while.
He's fine.
That's what took out Billy Mays.
Fensicles.
What? Oh.
Well, he's not putting on his seatbelt on a plane took him out.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
Always wear your seatbelt.
Weezer's bassist, the wife of Weezer's bassist, Jillian Schreiner. Of course, she was arrested because there was a couple of kids. They got into a high-speed police chase. They got out of their car and they started running through her neighborhood.
Right.
And then the cops were all like, we're looking for these kids. But she didn't know those were cops. So then she's like, there's a bunch of armed men trying to go attack Weezer's household.
Wow.
So then she brought a gun outside because she's a
Yes.
badass bitch, right? Mm-hmm. And then she said, get off my property. And then she fired her gun. And then the cop, who she thought was an intruder, fired a gun, hit her in the shoulder.
Holy shit.
Right. So then they were like, yo, you tried to kill us, our police officer, so you're going to be charged with attempted murder. Now, those charges have been downgraded.
Oh, thank God.
As evidence has come in because I believe that she truly did not think that they were police officers.
Yeah.
In her defense, I think there was a chaotic situation. And when you have 3 people running rampant in your neighborhood and then a bunch of cops with their guns drawn, it's a lot.
It is a lot. I can see someone being overstimulated, overwhelmed.
What? So she just saw people in her trees and was like, I'm just going to start shooting?
Were they not dressed as police officers?
Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
Stand your ground.
It's her house.
Right. Oh, okay.
It's her house that
Very
her
true.
husband financed through the band Weezer because, again, they had 2 great albums. Then Rivers Cuomo got his feelings hurt, and then he started making music that was insulting, but then it got more popular, proving his point that the audience is actually very stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so true. How sad.
It was really sad. And it is sad because you're talented and then, again, too sensitive for this world, perhaps.
Yeah.
So she is still being charged with some serious crimes, however.
Yeah.
Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman, he formally charged Jillian Lauren Schreiner with felony discharge of a firearm, including gross negligence. So she did it when she was eating a peanut butter sandwich all wrong.
Gross.
Yeah, she was like eating chicken wings.
Yeah,
and just
there's
being like
buffalo sauce everywhere. It was
Gross.
gross negligence.
Gross. Disgusting. All the fingerprints were buffalo sauce flavors.
Yeah.
You have sauce on your shirt, ma'am?
Versus her net negligence.
Get our lead detective, Rory Dimbledump.
There it
I'll be able to lick that and see what kind of buffalo sauce it is.
Wow, really taking that.
That came from Buffalo Wild Wings. Charge her with gross negligence. So, classic Kissel. Classic Kissel act out.
Okay, fantastic.
Really fantastic.
All right. Well, the audience roars.
So, thank you. So, she has been charged with felony discharge of a firearm with gross negligence and felony assault with a semi-automatic firearm. So, she brought out the good stuff.
Damn, she had a semi-automatic.
She had a semi-automatic.
She was in her own action movie.
She really was. Of course, she was shot by a police officer
That's insane, dude.
in the shoulder. This is a hell of a day.
She has my respect. That's so fantastic. What a boss-ass bitch.
She is looking at 19 years.
That's not fucking cool. That sucks so hard. She was just trying to protect her household. She lives in a band, a notable band's house. Band member's house. I don't know. I guess she has every right to feel like there was something crazy going on outside.
I like this attitude. Very Texas of you.
Yeah.
But she is in a gated community. Aren't they supposed to have security guards and stuff?
Yeah, no, that's very, very true. She did kind of walk out and just start guns a-blazing.
I also think, which again, to Jerry's point, she had no idea what the hell was going on, and it is a move to just be like, get the gun, let's go.
Yeah,
it's very
seriously, that is really intense.
She's like, the purge is today. She was ready. Also, if you're Weezer's bassist, Scott Schreiner, don't make her mad.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared now.
Never, ever.
I do think it was a
Scared. I'd be rock hard.
Rock hard.
Yeah.
You want to have gun
my heart.
Gunplay?
I'd be rock hard in my heart.
Gunplay sex?
Yeah.
I do think it's still a little bit strange that he performed at Coachella.
By himself?
No, with Weezer. It was the next day, though. Remember?
That's really
it was
fucking weird.
On Thursday.
That's not cool.
She shot a police officer and
So
was
was
shot.
she's like...
And then Saturday he performed.
So maybe was she just somewhere in her head mentally? It was like their marriage is not doing...
She called. They seem happy.
They're emotionally separate enough that she can get arrested and shot at, and he can go to Coachella the next day and play. No. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a little...
I don't think I would have gone if my wife got shot.
I mean, is the bassist isn't replaceable per se, but for one concert, I mean,
like one
I don't think
show.
people who went to
And
Coachella would be like, the
honestly,
bassist is different.
I know. And for as long as they've been a band, is he really going to be like, but it's Coachella, I can't miss this one this year.
I gotta go play the same song I played
probably
10 trillion times.
He's like,
probably fucking miss it and be like, guys, I think I'm going to call in a sick day because, my wife just got shot.
he's in his 50s. Yeah, the last place I would want to be is Coachella, even backstage.
Seriously. No, honestly.
But he probably knows she's been preparing for this day for a long time. There's a lot of gun owners out there that are like, this is the day.
I'm dead.
I
That
get
is
to use
true.
it.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
she probably talks about it all the time, being like, oh, I can't wait till some motherfucker comes over this hill.
Yeah. And anytime, like a kid trips over his bike and she's like, what was that?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
I can't wait for the day. I just want someone to, I tell you.
I've got the same thoughts about a big old dildo in my dresser. I don't know what's going on. It's a hell of a week.
Classic Kissel.
Yep. Yeah, why just look at that dildo and say one day. One day. And then I'm going to use it if someone tries to break into my home. I'm just going to immediately get on all fours, start barking like a dog. And
Have a
shove-
seat.
Oh, yeah, or I can use it on them. I think it's scarier if I'm using it on myself and I pretend like I'm shocked that they broke in.
Come on in, pal.
Kissel. That's not a dildo. That's my wife.
Whoa. One day. You mentioned wiping when it came to
I
wiping
did.
the guns.
We did, huh? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This story is interesting. And we're going to the animal world. We're going to go to the animal world.
I'm getting more scared.
Chimpanzees,
Okay.
they use leaves to wipe their bums.
Yeah, they
after
live in the
poop.
forest.
No, but the point is that you idiot. No, the point is that the point is that no one thought they would wipe their ass with leaves. They thought they would just leave the dingleberries because they're savage beasts.
You thought they would just like snot rocket out their buttholes?
Exactly.
That's what he does.
Exactly.
Thank you, Kayden. And they also use leaves to clean up after sex. So after the male does it, then they take a leaf and they say, "Here you go, honey."
She just lays there. She's
Here
like, have a leaf.
She's like, is he putting it? He's wiping her tummy. Or her back, or is he just
could be
wiping
back
her-
shots.
or is he only like wiping himself and then maybe just throw some leaves at her and he's like, here you go, doll face.
It depends if he's a respectful chimpanzee or not. It depends if there's love in the air or if there isn't. I mean, I think if you just throw, leaves at the gal after you've ejaculated all over her, I think that's a little rude. I think helping with the wipe, that might be a nice thing to do.
But I'm saying, how domesticated are they with these wipes is my question.
Well, there's still leaves and they're outside.
Very true. Good points. Good points.
Yeah. So the chimpanzees, they wipe their bottoms and they even tend to each other's wounds after they clean up, and even clean up after sex. So if somebody is hurt.
So they have a nice sense of aftercare.
They do. It's better and better healthcare than we got.
Seriously.
Better healthcare
Well,
we
they
got.
seem more considerate. They're just straight up offering it. Out here we have to come up with words like aftercare and safe words.
Afterbirth.
After birth. Please touch me again.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Cow. Be nice, cow.
Yeah, Kyle, Ben misses when you used to touch.
I miss when he used to touch his fucking girlfriend so he wouldn't come in all grumpy all the time.
He's talking about himself. He knows that.
Yes. So, when it comes to wounds, what do you think chimpanzees use to treat wounds? What do you think?
I think they
Forest
use-
aid.
So
Forest aid.
Instead of
Forest
first aid.
aid.
Okay, very good, Kyle. Very good. I like that. Forest aid instead of first aid. You had to explain it, and that's good. That's good
love
humor.
That's always
yes,
good humor.
Yeah, that's always
That's-
a good joke.
That's good comedy. Jerry, what are your thoughts?
I think they spit on it.
They use insects.
They use insects?
Yes, they use insects to treat
Ooh.
the wounds of their buddies.
So like they take like one of the gooier ones and then they just like squish them open and then they let the goo like kind of.
I guess so.
That's what I'm thinking when you said that. Like,
Yeah.
or are they gonna put like insects on it and then make the insects actually eat the bacteria?
Aren't there
or
some
something?
insects that you can put on a wound and then they snap their little things together and then you cut them off and then it's like a little stitch?
No way.
Yeah, there's some insects. It's like a little ant.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
It does.
I want to know. I want to see that.
Yep. Don't forget to Pokemon go to the polls, everybody.
Remember that game?
Yeah, I love that. Well, that worked out. Very good. So, Yes, they use little insects. And then also orangutans. We'll have to edit some of that. Do you just want to put them up? Do you want to put them outside?
I can't.
Put him outside.
Put them in the shed.
In the shed.
Oh my God.
He's a baby. He won't remember.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Did it make the noise?
It's all right.
He's fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, he's fine. Okay. Don't put him in the shed. Don't
This is the shed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck. Forgot we were recording the shed. All right. So orangutans, you know what they use? They've actually been observed for treating wounds with sap, and then they also use chewed leaves of plants. So they chew the leaves.
Oh, so yeah, because when you go into the stems, there's also like a nice little sap in there as well.
Yep. So everyone said, oh, they're all stupid. They're chimpanzees and orangutans.
No one has ever said that. Who says that?
Oh, some people do say that.
Have anyone ever seen Planet of the Apes?
That's a film. That's a film.
It's so good. It's so good. And it's a fun little
And
trilogy. Not trilogy. I don't know how many movies it is. It's more than
it's
three.
a lot. Mark
It's
Wahlberg's in
It's
it.
more than three.
It got all the way to Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
So it started with Charlton Heston, and it got all the way to Mark Wahlberg.
No, seriously. Oh, they're so good. And
Then it went to James Franco and
I was
John
going to
Lithgow.
say somewhere in the
Really?
middle of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, Gary Oldman even took part in it.
No kidding.
Yeah, exactly, Kayden. He sure did.
Indeed. So the researchers say their study offers fresh insight into such behavior in the chimpanzees, revealing that they too apply chewed plant material to their wounds and suggest health-related care could be more widespread than we think.
Well, yeah.
Could be more widespread.
It could be more widespread. They look just like us. Of course, they're very smart, and they have opposable thumbs, and they care about each other. They're
Boobs,
They're
they
beings.
have big old knockers.
They have all of the genitals
Yep.
that we have.
They do. And that's why I think it's very wrong for people to eat them.
Who eats them?
People do.
I have
It's a-
seen like
it's a
old
delicacy.
horror movies where like they're eating like the top of like eating a monkey's brain.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Is that what that is? Is that traumatic memory that's in my brain right now?
Mhm.
I
And the movie-
hated that.
And the movie Clue.
Yes.
Monkey brains.
Oh my God. Why did they do that?
Because that's for the elites. It's the closest thing they can do to eating child's flesh.
It's disgusting.
They are disgusting. According to Dr. Elodie Freeman, that's one of the studies of the author. That's one of the author's studies. And again, the study is about how do chimpanzees wipe their ass? Because that's science.
Because these are the important things.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be figuring out.
They say we humans like to fancy ourselves unique in a lot of different ways.
I like to fancy myself on Saturday nights with some chocolate cake.
I know. And I think for a long time we thought that healthcare was one of those ways in which we humans are special. But it turns out we ain't that special at all because the chimps are doing the same damn thing that we do. And I don't know if they get charged with a pre-existing condition.
Or for indecent exposure.
No, their buttholes are always out.
I know. They never get in trouble about it.
I think I would have no problem being a chimp because they don't know that eating bugs aren't fun because to them bugs are fun.
To them,
Yeah, and they're helping each other out.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
eat the bugs. Like, so for them, they're just like, yeah, this tastes pretty good. It's like popcorn.
this is fine.
It's fine.
Protein.
Yeah. So they say, I think the more that we find cases of animals helping each other with no immediate benefit to themselves, the more we compile evidence to show that that's something that's also not as uniquely human as we once thought. So animals, they will just straight up, for no benefit of their own, wipe another chimp's ass.
Ooh.
That's so nice.
Isn't that
That's
nice?
very considerate. I mean, they're sentient beings.
They might be white knighting a little bit. Be like, I got you. I could wipe you.
Wow.
You think it's a pervert thing?
Or just like, well, I took care of you, so you should take care of this dick.
Come on.
Like nice guys do in real life.
Well, maybe in a nursing
what
home.
nice guys have you been around?
All of them.
I wiped her ass, so I thought I should go to BJ for that.
Nice guys like, I walked you home. Now you owe me your pussy.
That's
Well, that wouldn't
not
be a very
nice
nice
guy.
That wouldn't be a
Exactly,
nice guy,
but that's what. Okay, you're not.
Kyle is stressed. Kyle is very, very stressed. This
Nice
is
guys aren't actually nice guys.
right.
Right.
That's the moral.
Yes,
That's the
guys
moral.
are not actually ever guys.
Don't trust anyone.
Don't, DDS.
Yes. According to Freeman, they say some of the plants that the chimps seem to be targeting to apply on their own wounds have been known for wound healing properties and also have known bioactive properties related to wound healing or preventing against infections. So they're not just doing, not every plant will do. Not every leaf will do. They find the ones that are full of the good stuff. So they're very smart.
So I can see why it would be useful to have some scientists, just kind of watching what they're doing so that they could get some ideas and be like, do you think there are some antibiotic properties in this leaf? Let's find the fuck out because those monkeys are using it, or chimps.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Also, I do want to know that all of these scientists are there for good and not just there to be little weird pervs.
That's weird. Do you think there are pervs?
They piss in their own mouth. You seen that one that lays back and he's just...
Oh, chimps.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about scientists.
Scientists, too.
That sounded like you were talking about science.
Yes. It's for science. So they say that chimps also engaged in other forms of self-care, such as using leaves to wipe their genitals. So they wipe their snooch and their ball bag.
Good for them.
Isn't that nice?
They can feel the little drippy drops after you're done doing whatever, whether it's the bathroom or when you're done having the fun times. They feel the little sound like, ooh, I should clean that up.
I should clean that up.
Am I a disgusting slut?
Yeah.
Well, you're rubbing yourself with poison ivy right now.
Then you got to do the walk of shame.
Yeah.
All covered in dry crusters.
I know. That's the same coat of fur that you were wearing last night when you left.
What?
Oh.
The team also found cases that the chimpanzees they would wipe another person off. So after sex, a chimpanzee had sex, and then another chimpanzee came and wiped their penis off for them.
Whoa.
I think these scientists are disgusting.
I think this is where they got all of the ideas to make the show White Lotus.
I haven't watched it. All I know is that everyone's having sex with each other and they're brothers.
Incestually.
There's some incesty moments with brothers, yeah.
Why is that happening all the time now?
I don't
Brotherly
know.
love, brother.
No.
Maybe Hollywood producers are really close to their siblings.
They might be. Anyway, so that is very cool that animals are just like us. Maybe even better.
Yeah, because it's not like they don't ever drunk squat.
What do you mean?
Let it drip?
When girls are just like really drunk and running amongst the wild and they're just like, I just have to pee, and they just pull down their pants and they squat and then they just lift it right back up and they're like,
never thought
it's
about
fine.
that.
Technically, there's no drunk squatting for these guys. One, they're always outside. Two, they never have an access to a bathroom, so they're always going to be pretty good about it.
Yeah. Well, maybe wiping is overrated.
No. I'm saying wiping is good.
Oh,
That's what
wiping
I'm
is
saying.
good.
Wiping is good.
You want to get a UTI.
No, they know which leaves to use that are not going to be giving you a UTI.
Well, how do you think they found out? Because they found some of the wrong leaves.
Yeah,
Well, yes, but I'm
definitely.
talking about
for
human
sure.
women. Human women.
Human women are.
They should find what kind of soda bottle would you use, or what kind of
Soda bottle.
No soda bottle. Well,
need a funnel if you're using a soda
there's
bottle.
too much of a spray effect.
I'm talking about wiping.
Wiping with a soda
gonna
bottle?
wipe
Well,
with a
anything
soda
that'll
bottle?
do. You're in an alley.
You're gonna. Well, you're
A
not.
Snickers wrapper.
You're not going to what? You're not gonna do.
Well, let's go from wiping to writing, shall we?
Fine.
And
Snickers wrapper in your ass? Just happy to see me.
or you just unhappy to see me.
Or are you just digesting poorly?
I was, God, every one of my old man stories, I was watching Instagram, but there was a thing where this guy who was incarcerated, he's got no teeth. He's a black fella, he's real old now, and he was saying that you shouldn't fart in prison because he's like, that sounds wet. And he was like, if the fart's wet, then people are going to take that booty.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
my god!
Isn't that gross? He's like, yeah, so when you go to prison, make sure you don't fart.
Oh
because
my
they look, and
God.
if it smells wet and it smells juicy,
Oh
start
my
saying
God.
juicy.
Or just powder up.
And so yeah, that was one of his prison rules. It was like because it smells
Oh,
juicy,
no.
and then he's like, so someone's gonna be looking at you, ready to take that booty.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just a lesson to anyone who is about to
it's
go
a
to
prison queef.
Yeah.
Ugh,
it's a mating call to this guy, apparently.
for real.
Anyway, butt of the week, B-U-D, not butt of the week. It's butt of the week.
Butt of the week.
And this butt of the week is everyone who has ever drawn a cartoon.
Aw.
Isn't that nice? Steve Peepoon.
He said Peepoon.
His name is Peepoon.
Peep.
Well, anyway, he was one of the writers for The Simpsons, and he died.
Oh, that's sad.
He was 68 years old. He died in his home in Paola, Kansas. And he was a good person. And his name was Peepoon, like I said.
I think his name is Pepoon.
Pepoon.
Pepoon sounds like a pet monkey.
But yeah, but it's not a baboon, a pepoon, because there's one E in it.
Pepe Pepoon.
Pepoon.
Okay. Well, he's dead. And he also he created so many great things. He created the wild thornberries.
Tim Curry.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Yes, he also worked on Rugrats, Elf,
Oh.
and the Gary Shandling Show, and Roseanne, interestingly enough. So he died. But anyway, isn't that sad? So Butt of the Week, I love our animators out there.
Absolutely.
And they don't get enough credit. And now that AI is just sweeping the floor with every artistic person.
I know. It's stressful.
I want a real animation. I like real animation. I was reading an article about Hollywood, and they said they're going to start going back to classic animation.
Oh.
Really?
Which, for some films, which would be amazing.
It would actually look incredible.
I love it. I love knowing that they had to draw everything. And
Yeah.
when they make old school cartoons, you're like, how'd they do that?
I know. I always would. My mind is always blown at like human discipline when I see like all of those pages of like the exact same cartoon and like setting, but it's moving just like a millimeter with each page. And then there's like a ton of them, and then you flip them and they're moving, and I'm like, whoa, these guys are good.
Yeah, that's film.
So much
It's
paying for this
crazy.
shit.
I would have never been able to figure that out.
I would have never.
I'd have been so stressed out.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I got to move it just a little inch. That's why I watched the making on YouTube of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, really?
I'd rather fucking shoot myself in the head than make that.
Yeah, seriously.
What a nightmare.
Or anything with like clay.
Oh.
Where you just press like start and then stop, and then you go and you
Start,
move
stop.
the clay a little bit.
Yeah, and the
Start,
marionettes with Team America World Police, Matt and Trey Parker. Matt
That's
Parker,
right.
Crystal,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
their names are.
Uh,
They said they would kill themselves before they make another Team America because it was so stressful.
It
I hope they
was hilarious, though, to
mean,
watch two puppets
so good.
69 each other.
I loved it. That's the thing. It's like one of my favorite things to watch.
Is it?
Yes.
Just that scene.
not two puppets scissoring each other, fucking each other.
Puppets
Pissing and peeing on each
69ing.
other.
No.
They did that so they could get around the NC-17 rating. Because originally they were like, this is too violent. This needs to be NC-17. So then they made a sex scene like that where it's piss and poop all over each other. And they were like, okay, take that out and it'll be R. And they're like, great, we were never putting this in the movie. It was to trick you. And it worked.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Well, there is some Simpson erotica out there if you want to
There
watch.
Oh my God, there's so much Simpson
Family
erotica.
Guy. Yeah, everything.
Marge and her big old melons.
Ooh, Marge could get it.
And there's a
Yeah.
lot of, speaking of incest, a lot of Bart and Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
I've seen Marge and Bart stuff passing
Yeah.
by as well. It's kind of weird.
And someone that works for her. Someone that does get the job done.
That's weird.
So Steve Papoon.
Yes, rest in peace.
RIP 68. Thank you so much. I'm not a huge Simpsons guy, but I have respect for it.
I love Simpsons.
I love this.
Yeah. It's
Fantastic.
been on for a long time.
So
Yeah.
long.
It really has. All right. Well, speaking of fatherhood, this story is fucking so weird. Why? Like, one of the things that I don't think you should be allowed to do after you're accused of murdering your entire family is go on vacation.
That's, yeah, I'll fucking say.
Call me tough on crime.
I know, right?
So-
Family vacation.
There's a guy, his name is Christopher Schultz. He is charged with first-degree murder after allegedly leaving his 2-year-old daughter in a car alone for 3 hours. A judge granted Schultz a request to travel with his wife and 2 surviving daughters to Hawaii from May 1st through May 9th. He's in Arizona. He's accused of murder because they say this was no accidente.
Oh, snap.
Yes, but despite that, he's in Hawaii surfing the waves, hanging out with what? Whales?
So what, he was arrested and then he got out on bail or something?
He was out on bail.
How can you be allowed to get out on bail on suspicion of murder?
Well, you can still get out on bail.
There's suspicion of murder?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
That's crazy.
Christopher Schultz, he's 38. He asked to be able to travel to Hawaii with his wife and 2 daughters from May 1st to May 9th. And the judge was like, all right, fine.
What?
You can go.
Why?
The trip came 10 months after Schultz's 2-year-old daughter died after Schultz allegedly left her in a car alone while he played video games.
No fucking way. And this guy gets to go to Hawaii. I hate him.
You know, that really is the lamest. You can't leave the kid for video games.
You can't leave the fucking kid for
A Yankees game, maybe. Maybe you go watch a basketball game.
Oh, really? Really?
Sure,
That's
football
the bar?
game.
That's
A football
the
game.
We're setting a bar on that.
Yeah, something that's important. Video games.
Right.
If I was the wife who I stayed with him, which is amazing, with the other 2 kids, I would just be like, I can't believe you did this over. GTA 6 isn't even out yet. What video game is
seriously.
worth?
They pushed it back, too.
They did
Again.
I know.
So sad.
What video game would you play, Kyle, instead of saving your child from a car for 3 hours?
Yeah, that's so true.
What game are you playing?
Jesus Christ.
Wii bowling?
It's insane how quickly, too, this happens. Kayden's grandparents were just in town. They were like, oh, just throw him in the car. We'll be out in 5 minutes. And we opened the doors, and it was like 200 degrees in there with every door open.
Yeah.
They're
So
like,
you
why
said,
did you put him in the car? I'm like, he would be dead.
Yeah.
You'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally less than 5 minutes.
Cover him with cheese, put some pepperoni on that pizza.
Uh-huh.
It's about to be baked up.
Okay.
So Schultz told detectives in Mariana Police Department that he was running errands, and then he left his daughter in the car. But he says there was air conditioning on. But then the car engine. This is actually interesting. The car engine automatically turned off after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So the car, because it's like, oh well, it saved the environment, killed a baby, didn't it?
Oh,
So,
really?
I mean, the guy didn't, if the car would have stayed on with air conditioning, 3 hours is still a long time to leave
Why
the child
would
there.
you leave a child in a car to go play video games and be like, the baby's fine, I'm here playing? Also, wherever he was playing video games, why didn't he just bring the baby with him?
Well, we saw what happened when we brought Kayden into the studio.
Yeah, well, you know what? The baby's alive.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. But
Yes.
you can imagine that might have messed with his game flow.
Right.
So anyway,
So you're looking at it from his perspective.
from his perspective, he's got a big face.
What do you think about that?
He's got a mustache. He's got a big jaw. Mm-hmm. He's got a big old head. You would think there would be like, oh, that's
loser.
right. Where's my daughter?
Yeah, thick neck.
But Kyle,
Yeah.
is it not true that you get overwhelmed as a parent? And sometimes maybe you do forget, especially because he's got 2 other kids.
It would be difficult to
3
forget.
hours, bro.
It's a long time.
It'd be very difficult to forget.
Yeah.
It's so overwhelming that you're like, I can't stop thinking about you.
Right.
Right. Well, he rejected a plea deal that would have required him to do a guilty plea, and that would have given him a lesser charge of 2nd-degree murder. But now he's going to head to trial in October. So who knows what the hell is going to happen. I do think that the car should, the car seat, when you get out of your car, it's like, hey, look in the back. You got a kid back there. If the car is on, the car should have recognized there was something in the back seat and stayed on. That's what I'm going to tell the car. Stay on.
That is.
Also, don't leave your
Are
kid
you
there.
his defense attorney?
Yeah, for real. Why are you having this guy's fucking
It's the
back?
car.
I'm
fault.
not having anyone's back.
Baby was in the fucking driveway and he was at home inside playing games for 3 fucking hours.
The car committed murder.
I've just been really.
You
into
don't
Days
have a
Gone.
baby on you, and I don't think you also. I also.
I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I take care of my dog. I can't have him.
Yeah.
For 3 hours in the car. I wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's on vacation. He's in Hawaii. So say hello if you see him there in Hawaii.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you see a giant thumb with a mustache,
He is
tell
kind
him
of a
he
giant
sucks.
thumb. Yeah, he is kind of a giant thumb, isn't he?
yeah.
All right. Well, just lastly, infatuated. A prison officer, you know what she did?
What?
She wanted to get pregnant from this guy so bad that she brought a syringe into jail and milked his sperm out of him and then put it inside of her.
She turkey basted him?
God,
Yeah.
what is wrong with people?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. She wanted to get artificially inseminated by this
She
guy.
Val Kilmered his penis.
Yeah. Her name is Sherry Ann Austin Saddington. She's 29. She became really in love with this guy named Bradley Trengrove because he's exceptionally dangerous and he's a sex offender.
Oh, yeah. That's what you want in a child.
Yep. Top 3 qualities in a man right there.
Bing, bing, bing.
And she's all pretty and stuff. And he's a convicted rapist.
So sick.
Green flags.
Yep.
That's the guy who also looks all weird and like a rapist and stuff.
Yeah.
So the pair has been in a relationship for 6 months. And they often are seen working in the workshops near each other. Austin Saddington and Trengrove had sex up to 40 times while she was on duty.
Oh, wow. She was a guard.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
Yes, and I don't understand any of this. It seems like it would be a ick. You know, they talk about icks.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm in here for life for really bad stuff.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ick, you know? But then she wasn't like that. She was like,
turn on.
Book.
Whatever the opposite of ick is.
Interestingly enough, she became pregnant with his baby, Natty, you know, after they were boning. But you know what happened?
Lost the baby.
Miscarriage.
Oh, sad.
Isn't that sad? The baby was like, this doesn't seem right. This isn't right.
Baby's like,
You're my parents.
The baby was like, are these prison walls?
I'm out of here.
I'm good.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
That's what miscarriages are. The baby just looks around.
It's like I'm blowing this popsicle stand.
This fucking sucks.
No, absolutely not.
I was told I was going to be birthed into royalty. This is prison. Trengrove was moved to another prison, and she said, no, that's not going to stop our love. So she used a fake name, and then she hatched a plan to get pregnant again.
Wow.
How was she going to do it?
How?
She smuggled in a cow pole syringe.
Oh, my God.
She put it in her bra.
Uh-huh.
So there's a little syringe in her bra.
Uh-huh.
And that was enough so that she could artificially inseminate her with enough sperm that he had wrapped in a cling wrap. So he jerked off in cling wrap, you know, maybe put a little nipple on it. And then he jerked off on it, and then he gave it to her. And then she was like, "Ooh, sweet, I have this syringe. I can suck it up."
That's so
Little dime bag of cum.
It's love.
They like Ocean 11'd his sperm out of fucking prison. It's crazy.
That's how much this woman wanted to get pregnant from this guy.
She really, really wants his offspring.
That's insane. Anyway, Austin Saddington, she's from Weymouth. They were given...
Massachusetts?
Yeah, of course.
Shut up. That's where I went to high school.
Why not? This might be the UK also.
Oh, yeah. It's all the same town names.
Yes. She was given a suspended sentence after pleading guilty to charges of misconduct in public office.
Oh,
and then Trengrove, he's from Cornwall. Yes.
They all sound very British.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to know that Weymouth doesn't change no matter what.
No matter where it is on the
yeah,
planet.
exactly.
Weymouth
It's just
is gonna be
scumbaggery.
complete trash. Yeah.
Dumpster diving at the Tang factory.
Pretty much.
Well, that's a bit what they were doing.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, he was serving 13 years. It's even worse than we thought. So he was sentenced for raping a woman and having sexual activity with a child.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Only 13 years. The UK, it's just so funny.
So fucking ridiculous.
It's just like sometimes they...
And then this girl is like, well, they didn't know him like I know him, so they don't understand our love.
Yeah.
Well, the U.S. is very lax, too,
Fucking
on
ridiculous.
sex offenders. They make them go on like a registry, but they're the first to get kicked out if things get overpopulated.
I don't know. I've seen some documentation. But who knows? He was given another 2 years and 3 months sentence from the original sentence. So either way, he's only got 15 and a half years. So,
Wow.
Yeah, and he was just getting boned the whole time.
So he was literally fucking like a hot chick.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna come out to probably fatherhood. And he's probably not gonna be the dad that you think he's gonna be in your fantasies.
I don't think they should be allowed to keep this child.
Yeah.
If it worked.
Well, I mean,
Wouldn't the
that's
spunk all
not-
die in the cling wrap?
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep it really warm, and it's got to like not touch oxygen.
Something like that.
It's got to just be syringed right out of the cling wrap, and then based right up there.
Someone DM me if there's an update on the cum race that we covered, as well as the sperm race. And no updates, even though I do think that there needs to be some punitive damages.
Litigation.
Yes. Yeah.
So according to Crown Court, Austin Saddington, they say that she says that she started working at the prison. And then also, you know who was at this prison? Gary Glitter.
Oh my God.
Of the Glitters?
Of the Glitters family.
Wow.
I don't know who Glitter is.
Gary Glitter's he's a well-known singer and pedophile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him now.
Wow.
Show young Gary Glitter.
That's
him now. He's all bald.
Creepy little soul patch he's got going.
Yeah, he didn't used to look like that. He was much more flamboyant back in the day. There he is.
My God, that's also still creepy.
Yep.
In 2020, this same woman, she was given a written warning because they were concerned about her professionalism and interaction with prisoners. She has a prison kink.
She was a prison king. Oh,
A kink.
good for her. If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
She fucked 2 other prisoners, too.
Like I said.
She's got 3 D's in her name and 3 D's in her snatch, too. Saddington, DDD.
Wow.
You never see a triple D.
No, diners, drive-ins,
Well,
and
dicks.
and
maybe that's her rack,
dumps.
too. Triple D.
maybe.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's the mother of 3.
Are they all prisoners, the baby fathers?
We don't know. And also, when it came to her mobile phone, Trengrove, the person that she wanted to steal the spunk from, what do you think his name was in her phone? What do you think it was?
Dick Daddy.
Okay, Dick Daddy. Okay, it's a guess.
I don't know.
Husband to be.
Oh.
Wow. She really likes him.
Yeah.
Husband to be.
According to the prosecutor, they read out some of the gushing messages the prison officer sent, and she said he was the one, that she would love him till my last breath, and that he was her reason for living, not her kids.
Okay.
Yep, they said he said things moved on from being friendly in August to September of 2022. He said, I did maintenance work around the prison. There were a lot of workshops. We would meet down at the workshops where less people were around. It got to a point that she was coming in for work on days off, and we would work together for 3 or 4 hours at a time.
I bet she was literally hanging out in prison.
At work.
At work. No, she was going in off the clock.
Yeah, but she was hanging out at work.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Remember
insane.
those people I used to work at the Wendy's, and there would be people that would come into Wendy's on their day off because they were like friends with the coworker.
Oh,
I feel
God.
like that's totally different than
It is
being a bartender and just going into a bar
that's
on your day off. And
Yeah, it's a little
having,
bit different than
couple
getting
drinks.
fucked by prisoners on your day off. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Yeah, or going to Wendy's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he said they had unprotected sex 30 to 40 times. Yep. And then she did get pregnant again, and she lost the baby 8 weeks later, so his spunk was all weird. He encouraged her to be less risky, but she said that would mean less opportunity to meet. So anyway,
Okay.
look
So
at
she
that.
so she was trying to get caught.
She's trying to give birth in prison.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on May 26th, she visited again under a false name, and then the officers did a pat down, and that's where they found out she was not wearing any underwear.
Hey.
Ooh.
They did that's a big pat down.
Yeah.
She was ready to go.
But is raw? What do you call it when it's raw beefing? What is it called?
Raw
when a lady-
dogging.
No, when a lady doesn't wear underwear, raw beef.
Oh,
Is that called a thing?
Well, for
I thought
men,
it
it's-
just meant going commando.
free lipping.
Free lip.
Free lipping?
Yeah,
Free
we'll go-
balling is when you have
Yeah,
no-
free balling.
Okay.
So yeah,
All
she's
right,
free
fine.
lipping.
Yeah, she's free lipping.
Free snooching.
Kind of like raw beefing too, but
Yeah, that one's. Yeah, I guess all of that works.
if you think about how it looks,
Whatever, man. Just I just don't want to put down the women's bodies and what they look like.
I love it. What are
We're
you talking
lifting
about?
them
We're the
up.
ones who love it.
We lift them up to the Lord.
We lift them up to. I lift every woman up to the Lord.
The pussy belongs on the pedestal.
Yeah, sometimes.
So she was not wearing underwear. Not this one's necessarily. So she was not wearing any underwear, and then they also found the empty syringe. So like you're free lipping, and you got this syringe. What's going on?
Yeah. It's funny. Someone in the chat just said some people spend thousands and thousands of dollars to have a baby, and then you got this cling wrap baby. Imagine if the baby is born. It's true. It's a beautiful, really, really simple miracle.
I like this baby, but it won't get off of me.
Yeah.
It's too clingy.
Hey.
Ha ha ha.
It's half cling wrap. You get it.
Yeah, I get it. He's a Klingon.
Oh, cute. Violent people. Mm-hmm. Also, the only black role on Star Trek.
Oh,
Why? Oh, and the chick. And the chick.
the green one.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. Way off. But that is something they do. Also, I do want to thank everyone who has reached out to me talking about how redheads are the new black. And there's been a lot of support from my black community.
I'm dead. Yeah,
And-
there's some gingers are running around saying that ginger is just black people now.
It is. And it is.
They've been welcomed into the black community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So, interestingly enough, she had an incredible feeling after. So she was devastated after a physical event, and then she said it really hurt when she had their miscarriage.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's a pleasant experience.
Yeah, so that was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very sad.
According to Trendgrove's attorney, he says it was genuine infatuation, and he wasn't. They're saying, "Oh, he corrupted her," but then the lawyer's like, "No, I don't think he did it." And I think that she actually corrupted this child molester, which is very bizarre.
Wow. Yeah, I do think that she probably spearheaded this. I mean, she already hooked up with other prisoners before him, and she admitted that she has a prison fetish, which I don't know how the fuck you find that out.
Well, you get a job, yeah.
She either got the job first and then found out that she likes it in there, or she was like outside and thinking like, man, how do I fuck some prisoners? Like, I know,
right.
I can just apply for a job there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they say before this, he was a great prisoner. He was trying to get out. And then,
he was trying to get in.
Yeah. And then his lawyer says he knew what he was doing. His heart ruled his head.
Well, he was thinking with the wrong head, as they say. Mm-hmm. I mean, how could you not? Everyone outside of prison gets caught up in that. You think in prison you're going to have any less restraint or any more control?
Yep.
Yep.
So they're in love.
I believe it.
Yep. They say this was a relationship of equal halves, both making the wrong decision.
Yeah, I do believe that.
So there you go.
Prisoners can't consent.
He is.
Oh, that's actually true. So that is interesting.
So she has been R-wording this guy.
Oh, shit. There's also that. How does it feel, guy?
Yeah, he's loved it.
Yeah, looks pretty happy about it.
He seems all right.
Yeah. Well, she was also a boxer. There's a picture of her boxing. So she's a lot.
My
God.
God.
She's very strong. She's a very strong woman.
She probably pegs him. Takes him down.
She might. So anyway, love is in the air, even if you are behind bars. Let's go to some comments.
Yes.
Any comments whatsoever?
What are we talking about?
So many.
We talked about a lot of stuff today.
Pano's talking about body cam footage for which one?
Body cam.
Tried to take a shower while the paramedics were working on his dead daughter. Oh, that guy, the video game guy.
Okay. What's going on?
He's saying watch the body cam footage. The guy is a piece of shit. He tries to take a shower while the paramedics are working on his dead daughter.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
He has, issues with finding out where things stand in his life.
Yeah. Talk about priorities.
Yeah, that ain't right. Taking a shower while they're trying to revive his daughter.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. I don't like that one bit.
Yeah. He's like, well, as long as you guys are going to be some time, I'm pretty sweaty. I'm just going to go wash up real quick. You guys got this, right?
Yeah, something about kind of, hands off killing your daughter makes you sweaty.
Yeah.
It's as if he was in the car for 3 hours. Anything else?
Claire is saying she had a mental picture of you using a dildo like a set of nunchucks.
Oh, yeah.
That actually totally
Wrong house, pal.
Yeah.
Well, get on in here. That's what I always say to a burglar. I say, come on in here.
Come on, let's talk. No talking.
Jeff doesn't believe that Weezer's bassist's wife is going to go to jail. She's just rich. Anybody else would go to jail for decades.
Oh, she would have been charged with attempted murder like they had charged her originally.
Oh, definitely.
She would have been shot in the head.
Yeah. Actually, though.
Yeah. So they also wouldn't have just like one shot. They would have unloaded.
Feared for my life.
Right.
And then somebody else is saying, Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be shot.
That's where I want to be shot.
I love it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to another fantastic, not chaotic episode
adventure
of OK Bud. Death and Entertainment will be out later this week. It'll be very, very fun.
Yes.
Hail yourself. Thank you all so much for supporting. Go rate and review and leave comments and stuff like that.
Please.
And we're going to keep on building and building and building and building and building. Hail yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.